All right, just quick recap. Very good season. Very pleased with how they played. Saturday played very well in the first half. Kickoff return hurt us in the second half, and couldn't get it back in check after that kickoff return. Did some things and had some chances, just couldn't make the final play to swing that momentum back in our favor good enough to win that football game. So, great season, great effort, great senior class, and now we'll go recruit. So, any questions?
When you look back on this year, what's going to stick out to you the most, you think?
What'll stick out to me is probably it'll be defined by two things, but one, the defense, and how well the defense played and kept us alive the whole season, from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, all the way to the last game. The last game, I mean, we held people under 20 points. I think we're 19.2 points per game, and in this day and age, that doesn't happen, and in particular in this league. And so we did a great job on defense, allowing us to mature on offense. So, and then that's represented mainly by DeAndre Hall. How he played and what he brought to the game, being the defensive player of the year, that's kind of defined by his image in my mind of how well we played on defense. I thought it was excellent, as good as defense as what we've ever played. The second thing that went along with that was the maturity as our offense came along was Aaron Bailey. He was the one that stands out there that resembles what happened with our offense. And a lot had to do with how he came around, and which in turn brought the offensive line around, which in turn brought Tyvis Smith around, and all of a sudden we started recognizing these names that we knew nothing of on August 1st. And to rush for 400 or 500 yards a game in multiple games, I think everybody knew what was coming, but yet we were able to perform and do the things we needed to do. So those two things is what I'd say about the season in net representation. And then, you know, of course, the run that we made. I mean, the schedule that went with that was unheard of. I mean, you don't schedule like that. You just don't. And we were put in a situation that we had those games back to back early in the season, and to go on the road and have to do those things was very difficult. And what the resilience and the resolve of the team to get through that and still find a way is what put it all together as a team. So very pleased with how it all came out. But we played 9 top 25 teams, somebody said, throughout that season, and many of them on the road. And then to take this team to, you know, well, we played Eastern at home, but to go to Portland State and win the Big Sky champion, those types of things, very, very pleased with how they did it. Disappointed that we didn't win that game, because that is nothing about that building doesn't bother me at all. I think it bothers the officials more than it bothers us. So we just have to make sure that we come back, get on the recruiting trail, and we lost a lot of great senior players, I'll tell you that right now. A lot of great players and a lot of great defensive players. And then when I did the board on Sunday, the hardest part is probably come back on Sunday morning, take the names of your seniors off, and then you got your board is naked. I mean, you got the seniors gone, then you fill out, you look at where what you're going to look like next season, and you look on one side of the board, you have the entire offense coming back to the man. You look on the other side of the board, I mean, you lose Jacob Rothbacher, I think is the one player that we lose on offense. You look on the other side of the board, and you've lost your whole secondary and some players within that, even in your two deep. So if we can reload our defense, there's no question that now the offense will swing the pendulum, because you know what Aaron is and what Tyvis is, and they're coming back with a senior offensive line. So those things are all good, but yet we have a lot of work to do to line this defense back up, because that's essentially what will carry you further than anything else.
Which is as bad as you guys want a national title, especially